Nobody care about these things going on. That's the TikTok that we all know. But I don't understand why no one cares about these things, man. It's been going on. I told y'all about the aliens in Brazil. I told y'all about the UAP shit that they had going on, where the Pentagon said that they're going to start doing research on these things, and these are the findings, man. We getting weather balloons in China. We getting aliens in Canada. We getting aliens all over the place. I don't understand. All this research is coming out after the research development team was created, and nobody seems to care. Nobody seems to know why. Nobody seems to give a shit, and it's pissing me off. It's pissing me off that people are not giving a fuck about this shit. It's literally a change in history. Like, this is literally history being made, and nobody cares, man. The call number is different. I gotta change the call number. I'm sorry, guys. I forgot that the call number is different. So if you're trying to call in, don't use that number. I'm gonna change that number. Don't use that number. Don't use that number. I'm going to change. I have to change that number. That is not the call number. I'm going to take that number down. Let me put up a new number for you guys if you guys feel like calling in and speaking to me about this, because nobody seems to care. You know what I'm saying? Nobody seems to care about this. Oh, damn, man. That's a big-ass font. All right, nobody seems to care about this anymore. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's the number right now. I just put that up right there. If you guys can see that, that's the number. Feel free to call up if you want to call up. This is a brand new number. That's the real number. If you guys want to call into the show, you can make that happen. So, I just spilled my beer. The aliens is crazy. Getting crazy, man. It's getting crazy out in this place, man. I'm also here to read ghost stories. We about to get into some ghost stories. I'm going to read those in a second. But I just want to get your thoughts on the alien mothership landing to Earth. What is it about this mothership that nobody cares about? Is it too good? Is it too far-fetched? Is there no way to prove this is real? I'm trying to understand why people don't care as much as they should care. Okay. People texting me about stupid shit. But yeah. The name is the report 6 months before they have a name for it already. I can't read this shit. I can't read this shit. What is this? This is Harvester suggests interstellar object was a spy ship sent by aliens. This is all in the New York Post. It's all in the New York Post. But there was a name for this thing. The Omanima. I don't know. Umanima. They got a name for it. So this is coming after they made that discovery. And I heard something today that was really, really interesting. It was really interesting. They said that if aliens were to come to this planet, we're thinking of it in a way that we understand or we can comprehend. Somebody told me maybe we don't even comprehend the way they're doing it. Because everybody thinks it's this metal ship. Everybody thinks it's maybe like some form of material that we don't know. They think it's like out of this world. material that we don't know that they're traveling on. But what if they're coming here? What if they're coming here, right? Just follow me. With natural elements. What if they're riding rocks? These asteroids. What if they're not really asteroids? What if those are ships? The asteroids that we see, when you look at the sky, you see a shooting star. Maybe that's a ship. Maybe it's not a star. Maybe not. Well, it's not a star, but it's an asteroid. But what if they're not asteroids? What if those are ships? What if they're using natural resources that we have in this earth that to travel? You know what I'm saying? Asteroids. Maybe they're using some type of wind thing. You gotta really think about it. When you think of aliens, you think of this big ass ship. You think of all these things. But it doesn't, you don't think of it like it could be something you really understand. It could be small type of bugs that travel through specks of dirt. We don't fucking know. You know what I'm saying? We just assume. We just assume we know things. But what if we really have no comprehension of these things? The Pentagon says the mothership is here and it's sending probes. Do you think it's a conspiracy, or do you think they're just talking up their ass? You know? I could call my regular guys and ask them, you know, and see what they say. But I want to hear what y'all got to say, to be honest. Because nobody seems to give a shit. Nobody seems to care. Nobody seems to care about this shit. Let's try this. Let's see. Let's see what's going on with this. Okay. Sounds right. Let's get this on the phone. Let's see if SO answers.
Yeah.
SO.
Yeah.
You can hear me?
Yeah, who's this?
It's Space.
Space.
Sp8ghost.
Are you calling me from another number?
Yeah, I got you live on my show right now. We're streaming and we're talking about the aliens. I wanted to get your take on the mothership being here.
You're about to lose me. I'm about to go up in the elevator.
Oh, damn.
I'm scared like hell that the mothership is here, yo. I ain't even gonna cap.
Why are you scared?
Because it's the unknown, bro.
But you don't think they're coming
I don't know what they're capable of. Yo, like I told you before, I said, who you know ever come in peace? Everybody comes to conquer, my dude. Like, that coming in peace is not real, my dude. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, if they come in here, it's all these ships that they saying that they done shot down and UFOs and all that. Now they saying that the mothership is never. How they know it's the mothership? You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of figgy jiggy shit going on right now. That's why I said I'm scared. Hold up. But if they come in peace, then we lit. Maybe they gonna tell us about technology. Maybe we'll be able to live longer and all that. But I just don't see them coming to share with people they don't know for no reason. Why? People come to conquer.
I hear what you're saying, but why would they want to conquer us? You know, like, what do we have to offer them that they want from us?
Maybe it's the earth. Maybe it's not us. Maybe it's the resources. You know what I'm saying? Because they say that earth has resources that's needed. If people read, they say that we were made by the Anunnakis.
Yeah, but somebody told me today, right? Somebody told me today, right, that maybe the ship, right, is not how we think. Because when you think of a ship, you think it's maybe like metal or steel or whatever. And you know what I'm saying? maybe they're traveling through these natural elements, like it's a rock, it's a big ass rock that they're in, and shit like that, like shit that we can't even understand. They might be using natural resources to even travel that in ways that we don't even get.
I don't know, bro. It's just, for me, it's the fear of the unknown, bro. I'm a thinker. So I think about everything. I try to figure stuff out. This one, I can't figure this one out right here.
You're
This
not
right here,
supposed to know everything, though. That's the beauty of life.
I got you, but I don't want to be enslaved by some aliens, bro.
I don't think we have nothing to offer them to be enslaved.
Okay, we'll see. Yeah, right. That's crazy. We did all this shit. We did all this shit to blow up and make a way, and now these motherfuckers want to come down here. Why can't they wait till 2075 or some shit like that when I'm dead? You know what I'm saying?
But why do you? I don't understand. Like, they travel all this way to come and steal us to make us slaves?
You act like you want to meet these dudes or something. That's the shit that scares me. It's like, you ready. You too ready for me. Like, yeah, come on, we gonna have a forum. Like,
no, because I've been warning people. Because you know, I've been reading about this shit for a long fucking time. I've been reading stuff. I've been hearing people's accounts with things and this and that, and none of it is like, it's scary to me. It's just a whole thing of like, what. It's just an unknown. Like, okay, we don't know, but I don't know a lot of things. Who knows where water came from? Like, it could have came from them. They could be doing good things. We don't know. I can't be scared of something I don't know. I don't know what's happening the next second.
We about to find out. All I know with them, I'm trying to be friends. You heard? I ain't beefing. My life good. You know what I'm saying? I ain't beefing, God. Keep it coming the way it's coming. You ain't gonna have no problems out of me. Take whatever you want.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Man. People think ghosts and aliens are tied together. That's what they're saying in the chat. They're saying aliens aren't real.
All right. Y'all better pay attention. They out here. That's why I said they've been here. So it's like they've been here. Now they trying to come in mass. That's why I'm worried. When they just been poking around and shit and showing their little stupid ass shit, and I'm cool. But now they trying to come in mass.
I've been
like, why y'all want to come in mass?
I've been following the accounts. The only reason that we know, because I think it was last year or the year before, I'm not sure, and I did a live stream on this too. The government put they put an initiative in play for the Pentagon to find unidentified objects and what they are and study them. So now that was like 2 years ago. So now all the information is coming out from the shit that they're finding. That's why it's an influx. That's why it feels like an influx. But it's just because the government put out this initiative. They created a team that's going to study it. And then Trump did the Space Force thing. And it's just all rolling out.
Wow.
You thinking about it. I think I lost him.
I got you, guys.
All right, Essa. Just wanted to get your thoughts.
I'm scared. That's my thought.
You don't gotta be scared. Nothing to be scared of.
Call me when you're off the live, because call me when you get off your live, because I need to talk to you about Shinsia.
Okay. All
right, later.
All right. Space ain't real. I'm real. The white man created the atomic bomb. Aliens said we've gone too far. They don't like how humankind has been treating one another. I don't think so. Keep it real. I don't really think so. I don't really think that is. I really don't think that is. Let's get a woman's perspective. I would love for people to call them, but motherfuckers be scared to call in. Niggas don't. I don't give a fuck about that. Let's see. Let's get a woman's perspective. Let's call my friend Chanel. Let's see what she has to say. And then we'll start reading ghost stories. I'll find some ghost stories to read.
Hello?
Hi, Chanel.
Yes?
Are you at a party right now?
Am I at a party?
Where are you?
Who is this?
This is Sp8ghost.
Oh, why are you calling me from a different number?
This is my live number. You are live with your music
Bye,
blasting.
Sp8ghost. See you later,
Why
Sp8ghost.
are you hanging up? You on a date?
Bye, Sp8ghost.
All right, you're on a date. All right. I'll talk to you later. People are on some shit, boy. People are on some shit. People are on some shit. I would really like a woman's perspective, though. Let's see what's going on. Let's see what's going on with this. Let's see what's happening here. I don't know, man. I have no idea what's happening with this mothership. It's a little crazy. It's ringing. We try. We take calls. We make calls. This is the show. This is the show. Make it bigger. It'll be better. If you make it bigger, it'll be better. That's enough of that. You give people and it's 3 rings and a ding. 3 rings, then a ding. 3 rings, then a ding. You know what I'm saying? If somebody I want to call, but I don't want to call them without a prep. I got to prep call people sometimes. Maybe I'll send a text. But yeah, man. This shit is different out here. Let's pull up some ghost stories. Let's see if we can get some ghost stories out of people. See what's happening in the ghost world. Let's see what's happening let's see what's happening in the ghost world today. Man. Let's see what's happening in the ghost world. What was it? Casey Affleck got a ghost movie coming out? Okay. See what's going on in the ghost stories world. Jail ghost. All right. This is too long. I won't read that one. Sorry. Next one. Nah, we do that. I saw a ghost in my attic. Here we go. This is a good one. All right. I saw a ghost in my attic. When I was a little girl, I lived in a gigantic house. Out of the country, the house was ginormous and Victorian style. So it's a Victorian style house in the country. This already sounds fake. It used to be an old age home and a museum. Is it a museum? Is it a house? Is it whatever? So you lived in this museum, big house. I was about 10 at the time, so it didn't really bug me. I just thought the house was interesting and I couldn't wait to explore it. After living there for a while, my 2 friends and my sister and I decided to play a game of hide and go seek. For my turn, I ended up searching in the attic. For them, I saw somebody with black hair and a red t-shirt crunched down on all 4s. I called out, "I see you there, I found you," a couple times, but the person didn't answer me. They just kept shifting back and forth. In the moment I realized none of my friends had black hair or were wearing a red shirt. Adrenaline rushing through me, I bottled down the stairs. Once I was on the main floor, I heard people talking in my basement, so I went there. Turns out my friends and sister were in the basement the whole time. When I realized they were all down there, I knew for a fact, I said need, it's new. I knew for a fact that none of them were in the attic. Shout out to the Dominicans. So I said Dominicans rolling past my window. Knew for a fact that none of them were in the attic. So who was in my attic? Who was in my attic? That's wild. Alberto, yo, Space, I seen the video with the UFO on the back of a truck. I think it was Texas. You think that was real? I don't think there's a UFO in the back of a truck. I think people just look at weird stuff. Somebody, ghost cats. You seen this? You heard about this? Is there animals that are ghosts? Shout out to Joe Smo for the $10. This is not news. This is stories sent in, ghost stories. People send their ghost stories, and I'm just reading them. They're telling me the ghost stories that are there. I'm gonna read a couple of these. I'm gonna do probably like 5 more. Let's do like 5 more of these. Let's see how these go. My cat visited me tonight. This person has a cat that I guess died, and it came to them as a ghost. Ghost animals are a thing. I think I have to do a whole episode on ghost animals. Ghost animals are a thing, man. For sure. Tonight, I brought my cat into my room and put him down and started to try to dig in my dresser drawer. Just like my old cat would when he was with us. So he put the cat down and the cat started digging in the dresser. Just like the old cat used to do. Because I guess this person's cat died. I don't know if it's a male or a female. This person's cat died. And they have a new cat. And they put the cat in the room. And it did something to the dresser the same way the old cat did. It might be cat senses. It might be something. Maybe he senses the other cat. And that's why he was in there. Who knows? He then became very eager to get on my bed. And I was looking around and focusing on this one thing. I looked and I looked, but there was no bug. And it was like he was watching something running around my room. So, okay, all right. So I fucked that up. They wrote this fucked up, but. So I guess the cat jumped on the bed and it started looking at something, but there was nothing there. They thought it was a bug and just kept watching something run around the room. That's when the cat looked back at me. So the cat looked back at him, and I felt a cold presence on my hand, like my deceased cat was rubbing his cheek against my fingers. I looked at my cat, and he was just focusing on my hand. I don't know if this is a real spirit from my cat, but it's the only thing I think it could be. I could think of concerning animals are supposed to be able to see things like that. So this person says that the new cat saw the old cat touching her in the... That's some bugged out shit, boy. The new cat saw the old cat touching her, and the new cat was looking at her hand as the old cat, who's a ghost now, was rubbing her hand, and she said she felt it on her fingers. She didn't know. Maybe you might have something and the cat senses it and he looks at your hand because maybe you got arthritis coming up or something's happening. We don't know. This person's commented, if my dog doesn't visit me, I'm going to explode. People want their pets to visit them, huh? Oh, man. These stories are interesting, man. These stories are very interesting. A lot of these are long, and I can't really, a lot of these are wrong. I'm trying to find a nice one. Female ghost. Okay. Female ghost. This is a short post because I only saw this spirit as I was leaving work. I walked past the last room that had the lights off, and I left the door open so the floor could dry quicker. I guess this guy's a janitor. But as I passed, I noticed a woman sat at the desk of a computer with all the lights off, just like me right now. That's weird. And the computer screen was off too. Wow. Her hair tied back in a very neat bun. I said, not today, and got the hell out of there. You did the right thing, because I would have did the same. Charlie, thank you for the $5. I've never had an alien experience myself, no. I thought I saw one time, but I didn't. I don't think that was one. I used to work at Hunts Point. I used to work security at Hunts Point, and it was late at night. And every night I saw this light in the sky. It wasn't like a star. It wasn't a satellite. It wasn't anything like that. It was just a light in the sky, very, very bright, but it wasn't like moving or anything crazy. It was just high. It wasn't in the sky as like a star, but it was high, kind of like a helicopter, but it was just one light. It wasn't like flashing or moving or anything. There was no sounds. It was just a light in the distance up as high as a helicopter would be. So it wasn't like a telephone. It wasn't like a telephone pole. There was no poles or no shit like that around. So it wasn't like a telephone pole or or street pole or something. It wasn't nothing like that. But it was just this light. And I always see it. I always see it in a couple of days. But I don't think it was an alien. I think it was just something that I can't really see, or something I can't really understand. But I did see that. Like, it was a light that used to be there. I told my mans about it. Maybe I'll call him and I'll ask him about it. But like, that light was always there. Every night that I worked, after a certain time, I would see that light, and it would just be up there, just standing up there. Maybe it was an angel. Maybe it was something. Who knows, man? But I don't think it was anything supernatural or crazy, because it didn't do anything. It would just come and go, and I'll be there in a day. So I can see today. It's not a tower. It's around a dead area. Like, there's nothing over there. Like, it was nothing over there. So the light to be there and it's not moving. It's not a satellite. It's too low to be a satellite. It's too low to be a star. So it was just like there, and that shit would bug me out. I was like, yo, that's an alien. I would show people too. I'll show my man. So I'm gonna call him a little bit, and we'll see. Because I showed him, and he was like, nah, man, that's just that's just a plane or some shit. But I'm like, it's not moving. It's not going anywhere. So shit is always there, and I always show him, and he was just like, I don't know. He didn't know what it was. So yeah, let's do another one. Whistles talking. This is called Whistles Talking. Let's see. Whistles. All right. I've seen many things. I've also heard a lot of stuff. Working, including footsteps walking towards me, whistling, humming, someone telling me to leave, the breath of someone on the back of my neck whispering, hey, right behind me, right after, and someone even touching my hair. I have told them on some instances to stop it, leave me alone, and they listen to a certain extent. And if they don't, I turn my music up just a little bit louder and carry on with whatever I'm doing. So usually the janitors see a lot of ghosts. I think the janitors get a lot of ghosts, man. There's true stories now from janitors that see shit and hear shit and shit like that. They're usually the last ones in the building. So I can think that, like, the presence of other people might still be there. Maybe we leave a presence when we leave an area and it's empty. Trying to understand it, you know? It might be something to it. Might be something to it. Let's find another one. Let's see. Yeah, anything with Satan, I kind of avoid. This one, it keeps popping up. All right, I'll read it. Devil in the ICU. This sounds already interesting. I don't want to read it, but I'm going to read it. The devil in the ICU. Let's go. My mom used to work a night shift at a hospital before she retired. All right. Years ago, she had a terrifying experience that she recently told me about. During one of her shifts, she had an elderly patient that was in the ICU getting ready to pass. Oftentimes, my mom would sit and visit her parents during her downtime. The woman was crying, so my mom held her hand and asked her what was wrong. While still crying, the woman said that he was here for her. Oh, shit. See, I don't like shit like that, man. Oh, fuck, man. Oh, I gotta turn the light on or something. This shit crazy right here. Let me get a different mood in here. Hold on. Oh my God. This nigga was here for her. Yeah, let's get some disco going or something, because that right there, boy, woohoo. She said that he was evil when he was alive. And he is still just as evil now. God damn. Can you imagine somebody? Can you imagine like you about to die and you see your ex, my nigga? You see somebody, maybe like, can you imagine you're a battered woman and let's say you killed somebody? That's probably what happened. What if she was like abused? She's an old lady. What if she was abused when she was young, right? By some dude, and she fucking killed him. Like he did some shit, and she fucking killed the nigga, right? What if this happened? Like she fucking killed the nigga. She's in her 20s. This nigga's beating on her, doing wild, dumb, stupid nigga shit, and she just fucking murdered him. And she got away with it, right? She got away with it. Now she's older, on her last leg in the hospital, and this nigga shows up to take her to the afterlife. Nah, fam. That's different, bro. That's fucking crazy talk right now. Son. All right, let's get back to the story. Let me see. He was evil then, and he's just as evil now. Confused, my mom asked if the lady was talking about her husband. See, that's what I thought. That's my first thought. The woman told my mother her dead husband made her life a living hell, and now, on her deathbed, had been in her room for days tormenting her. Oh my God. He told her he was here to take her. She said he'd been standing in the corner of the room since she was admitted into the ICU. Holy shit. It's exactly like I said. My mother offered to pray with the woman, which she accepted. I will hold a Bible and I would throw a Bible in the corner. The woman eventually passed, but had told my mother before she went that she no longer saw her husband and she was able to go in peace. Yo, your mother probably saved that woman from that dude, son. Prayed the fucking shit out of that. She probably prayed that nigga away, bro. She probably prayed him away, bro. That's crazy. See, and I don't like reading stories like that because it freaks me out. Like, damn, like, who's coming to get me when I'm gone? I hope it's my man Shamari. Should be rest in peace. I hope it's somebody I fuck with. Like, God damn it, man. God damn it, bro. God damn. Do y'all believe that? Do you think your loved ones come to get you when it's your time? Do you think like somebody you love like really come to get you? Like, hey man, I'm here. You like, what the fuck? You about to die, bro. I'm about to come get you. And they walk you into the next realm. You think that happens? I think that'll be dope if that happens. That'll be dope. That to me, that'll be dope. That'll be fucking dope. If you about to go and the people who love you, somebody, it don't matter who it is really, somebody you love that passed before you comes and gets you, that's dope, bro. That's a different level of dope. If that really happens, who knows what happens? But if that really happens, that's dope. But that right there that lady was talking about was crazy. You don't want that to happen. That's crazy. All right, let's do this last one. I think there's a spirit in my house. Oh, wait, nah. This one's too long. This one's too long. I can't. This nigga throwing a spirit by. Shout out to the Dominicans. I don't know if y'all can hear that. Dominicans in the back wilding. I live in the Bronx. My bad. All right, let's see. Haunted cabin. Damn, this shit long as a motherfucker. This is long as shit. Ghost in the woods. That's pretty long. All right. Shadow Man. All right. This was pretty long, but I think we could get through it. This will be the last one, and then we can go do some shit, man. Shout out to Pink Champagne in the building. Shout out to K Green. What number beer are we on? This is still my first beer. I'm just. Put that there. But I think the aliens, man, they might come in peace, man. People talk a lot of shit. The aliens might come in peace, bro. They might just be here to fix shit. You know what I'm saying? Give us a better cure for COVID or something. You know? Shadow Man upstairs. I'll try to keep this relatively short. Thank you. Because I don't like these long shits. These should be dumb long. As there isn't a whole lot to it. When I was a kid, I would stay over my grandfather's house every other day while my mother was out doing stuff. Normally, I didn't feel scared of his house unless it was late at night. But something happened in the morning when I was 4 years old. This particular morning, my aunt, who was staying upstairs for a period of time, had left the house before me. Either my grandfather woke up, or I did. I got home. Later, my grandfather, assuming she was still upstairs, had left to run some errands. So his aunt was upstairs. His grandfather usually left the house before them, or whatever. He left the house before them, or whatever. I would sleep in the same bed as his grandfather. So he was a young kid. He was a little boy. He slept in the same bed with his grandfather at the time. And he would wake him up. So when I woke up, I noticed he wasn't in the bed. Okay. First time he woke up, his grandfather wasn't there. And I called out to him. After a few minutes, I began to panic. I got out of bed to run upstairs to see if my aunt was there. And that's when I saw it. Oh, man. Fuck. Oh, shit. I forgot what the name of this was. Oh, fuck. He saw something. What do you see? Fuck. I'm scared. A tall, pitch black figure standing directly in front of her door, which was closed. There were literally no features on his figure, and it stood completely motionless. My best description is that it looked like a 3-dimensional humanoid shadow. That's a mouthful. A 3-dimensional humanoid shadow. I began to creep towards it, but when I got close to it, I just decided to go back downstairs. You're brave for even trying to go through. I see that. I'm out. I'm not even thinking twice. Oh, I'm not supposed to be here. I'm turning around and I'm bouncing. You going towards it? You're wilding. He's wilding. Still panicking, with tears in my eyes. I wasn't scared of the shadow, but I guess my human nature kicked in and told me not to get within arm's length of something I didn't understand. Nigga, that's my instinct immediately. I don't know what you thought otherwise. My mother, discovering I was alone from talking to both my aunt and grandfather, sped over to his house as quickly as possible to pick me up. I was more afraid I'd get in trouble for pissing the bed than I was of the shadow man upstairs. When I changed my clothes and got in the car, my mother asked me, "Did you try to go upstairs to see if your auntie was there?" Which I replied, "I tried to, but that man was standing in front of the door." Keep in mind, this is coming from a 4-year-old, he was 4 at the time, who barely has a grasp and concept of lying. This was him, but this is you telling your story. This is weird. Imagine hearing that from your kid randomly. If I heard that from my kid, I would freak the fuck out. Who the fuck is this man? Show me where he was at. I would be freaked the fuck out, bro. I'm an adult now, and I have heard from my mother that when she was younger, she was staying over my grandfather's house, that one night she woke up and saw 2 men talking in the hallway, but couldn't make out what they were saying. When she screamed to wake her dad up and turned back towards the hallway, they were gone. Ooh. That house is crazy. My grandfather's house is pretty old, so between these 2 experiences, I think there is at least one spirit haunting his house. I haven't really experienced any more paranormal stuff other than that. Seeing the shadow of what looked like a dog running to the side of my bed. And my buddy saw it too. But I'll never forget the tall, figureless man. That was some scary shit, boy. Shadow man, shadow people, shadow man, shadow people, shadow stuff. That shit is fucking spooky, bro. Spooky. Anyway, listen. The Pentagon says that the mothership has landed. And don't be fooled. These motherfuckers know what's going on. They just got to figure out ways to tell you about it. I don't know what these people are doing. It looks like they're pulling a dead body. But, oh, it's an alligator. But listen, be wary of these aliens. We don't know what's happening. We don't know what's going on. I think they come in peace. They might not come in peace. We just got to deal with it, all right? First the balloons, now this. Yeah, I know. Thank y'all for tuning in. Thank y'all. Appreciate y'all for waiting in the room. This was it, man. That's it. I'm done. If you're in Texas, I'll be in Texas tomorrow. Come meet me up. South by Southwest. I'll be there.